Guys, you can also get in touch.
Hello, everyone. A very good evening to all of you, and welcome back once again to our free Shiksha IELTS daily classes. And as you know, we have come up with these daily live classes and daily live practice sessions from Monday to Friday. It's happening every weekday, and the time remains the same throughout the week. That is 5 to 6 p.m. And if you're already aware about it, then we have already started with these classes from 1st November. So today is the second day of these classes in the month of November. And we are going to focus on yes, no, not given questions today. So yesterday we started with the reading module and we focused on one of the questions that is, uh, you know, uh, true, false, not given. And today we are going to focus on yes, no, not given. So yes, guys, let's go with it. All right. So I am going to take you through these questions which are known as yes, no, not given. And these are also one of the very important questions which you will encounter in your reading IELTS paper. So let me just give you a small description or a summary of it first, and then we'll gradually move on to the tips and strategies. And in the end, maybe I'll also show you today, one or two questions related to yes, no, not given questions. So those will be basically the sample questions from where you can practice and you can see how does the question actually look like. So yes, let me read it out for you. For yes, no, not given questions, you will be given a set of statements and a text. And your task is to decide which of the following applies to the information in each statement. So if the information from the passage actually correlates with the question, then definitely it agrees with the views of the writer. That means you'll write yes. And also, I told you yesterday, please do not write any short form. Always write your answer in the full form, that is yes, no, and not given. Please do not write it as Y, N, N, G. Otherwise, your marks will be cut even if you have given a right answer. So just be aware of that. Second, it disagrees with or contradicts what the writer thinks. Definitely your answer will be no because the information is not going hand in hand with the question. And if you're not able to find what is the writer's point of view at all or even partially, and you're not able to conclude whether it's yes or no, then definitely that is also not given answer. Now, let me take you through some, important essential tips which I have listed down here for you. So the first tip says the answers appear in the same order in the text as the order of the statements. Second, you don't need to read the whole text. Okay. Third, there will be at least one of the each answer type, that is yes, no, and not given. Fourth, watch out for distractors. So far, we have many times discussed about what are distractors and what are these words, how do they actually change the meaning and theme and, the significance of the text and the context which we are talking about in the passage. So definitely please go through our previous videos which have come up in the past. Definitely they will help you to realize what are distractors. If you want to know more about them, right after the video, then definitely you can rewatch it later on. Let me take you through another slide now. Fifth tip says also be on the outlook for qualifying words that express possibility or doubt, such as seem, claim, suggest, possibly, believe, probably. So these are few of the words which might, change again the meaning of the text. So just be aware of these kind of words. Sixth tip is the view or the opinion of the writer may not be immediately clear from the text. So you may have to determine this through what they say. Okay, so sometimes you'll not be able to find direct answers. Sometimes you'll have to look here and there in the scattered form, and definitely you'll have to read at least one or two sentences prior to what you found, and also, later on. Seventh tip says the statements will contain synonyms and paraphrasing, so be on the outlook for these. Definitely the words won't be repeated, guys. Okay, just remember that. So all the words which you find in your question will never be repeated in the same manner. That means the same words won't be used in the passage. So please look out for the synonyms and the paraphrasing part. Eighth tip says remember that at least one answer will be not given. This we have already discussed. Now let's go through the strategies which you need to apply for this particular question. So first strategy is read the instructions really very carefully. Double check whether it's a yes, no or not given question or it's a true, false, not given question. Okay, so many times candidates get confused. Instead of yes, they write true. Instead of no, they write false, and vice versa. So just look out for that. I'll also be discussing, the difference, a slight difference which is there between true, false, and yes, no. So just stay tuned in the video. Second strategy to be applied is read the statements and try to understand the meaning of each. Do this before reading the text. Think about possible synonyms that might appear in the text and note any qualifying words in the statements such as all, some, often, always. So this will make your brain alert for some of them and when you're actually scanning the text. Underline the keywords, very important. Fifth is reread the statement one and scan the first passage, maybe two. So maybe two passages, in a go for the keywords or synonyms of them. And scanning will locate where the answer is, but detailed reading of this section of the text is now needed to determine the opinion of the writer in relation to the statement. And sixth is make your decision. Remember to consider these three things, that is, to be yes, exactly the answer should match with the information in the passage. Okay, otherwise no, or the third one we already know is not given. Seventh is repeat the process for the remaining questions. Now what can be one of the biggest challenges which actually the candidates face? So like the challenge with a yes no not given question type is that for some statements, the not given ones, you will be searching for information that's not there, so definitely you'll be wasting a little bit of your time. And I would suggest to just wait, waste a small amount of time and not a bigger span of time, a longer span of time, because sometimes the answers are not given and the option to be chosen by you should be not given, but definitely you write something else, yes or no. So that should not happen. If you're not able to find some answer, then definitely realize yourself that the answer might be not given. So don't waste too much time on that question. That is why this is the first reason why some people fear it. That means are afraid of these kind of questions. Now, the second challenge is the unfamiliarity of this topic. So definitely I would advise and suggest all of you, especially the candidates who are really serious for IELTS and want to take the exam as soon as possible, please regularly, practice your sessions, especially reading and listening. This is something which will come with practice. Okay, and you do not even need a mentor, especially when you've got all the tips and strategies in your tips on your fingers. Then definitely you do not need any trainer by your side. You can just correct your mistakes by yourself by practicing persistently. Now next is you can easily waste a lot of time going over and over the text to check that you haven't missed the information on. Now, hence, it's extra important to make a strategy that gives you the confidence to make your decision and move swiftly on. Okay. Now, here I have listed down a small sample passage. So there are two paragraphs in it, and the question will look like something like this: do the following statements agree with the information given in the reading passage? Then there are three options given to you: yes, no, not given. And there are two questions as sample questions which I have listed down for you. So the first answer is yes, and the second is not given. You might want to check it later on how did we actually derive the answer, because the explanation has also been mentioned and also the paragraph number has been mentioned, so that you can come back to this passage named Hey Joy again and check your answers and notice how did the answer actually come. Now, what I wanted to share with you, a very important part of today's class, is what is the difference between, actual difference between true, false, not given questions and yes, no, not given questions, because I agree that for some IELTS candidates, it might be confusing. So I'll just read it out for you. Some students get confused between true, false, not given questions and yes, no, not given questions. It's all about the type of information contained in the text. So let's see what is the information in each of them. So true, false, not given questions, actually the text will contain factual information about a topic. Okay. Now, the important keywords have also been underlined, so just look out for them. Secondly, yes, no, not given questions, whereas the text will contain opinions, views, and beliefs of the writer or of the other people who are mentioned. So, in one form, we are talking about the factual information completely, solely related to facts. And the second kind of question, that is yes, no, not given, is solely and completely, based on opinions, views, and beliefs. So, guys, this was all from my side. It was an important class. Yesterday, also, in fact, it was an important class because, these two questions are frequently found in your IELTS writing exam, and many of you get confused, and many of you even do not know the special, strategies and tips which needs to be applied to this particular question. So now here we are, we have discussed both of these questions, and tomorrow I'll be coming up with another subtopic, or I must say another, sub question of the reading module, the same module. So guys, we'll be carrying on with this reading module for some time, at least till we finish, till the time we finish with all the question types. Once we finish with the reading module, then we'll gradually move on to our listening, writing, and speaking. So side by side, simultaneously, we are also having TOEFL classes. So yes, if you are willing to, join our TOEFL classes, then please watch out for our calendar on our page, Shiksha Study Abroad page, and we have the YouTube channel with the same name, Shiksha Study Abroad. So please do not forget to subscribe with us, because we have lots of videos for you for your practice sessions, so that you can make use of them as much as possible. And also, let me tell you that you can register with us for free. Okay, and you do not have to pay anything. After registration, you'll be able to get in touch with our counselors for free counseling sessions. And also, you can ask your doubts on the comment section. We'll reply to your doubts and queries, whatever you want to ask regarding any exam, not just IELTS, not just TOEFL, PTE, GRE, GMAT, whatever you have in your mind. And also, guys, you can avail the perk of, downloading the free sample papers which are there on our landing page. So definitely watch out for the registration link, which is given just below this live video, which is going on right in front of you. It's in the description. And I shall see you tomorrow with a fresh new topic and a fresh new video tomorrow at the same time, that is from 5 to 6 p.m. Till then, keep revising for your IELTS, and I shall see you soon. Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye.